Pals, this is Big Al, and today on Big Al Presents, we are live streaming a rewatch, or a first-time watch in the case of my illustrious co-host, Mr. Troy Pacelli. First of all, I want to thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we are going to be watching, for I don't even know how many, if there's anybody in here yet. Let me go. Oops, and I forgot to mute my thingy there. Got Daniel Heron has joined us. How you doing, Daniel? Like I said, we're going to be watching I always get the names backwards and forwards. It's Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I have to take your word for that because all I know is what's written on the screen because this is first time for me.
Yeah, I had to look it up. Well, because either way works, but sometimes you get like you say, you can't go Hardy and Laurel. It's Laurel and Hardy. You got to get the names right. But right. Yeah, Tucker and Dale versus Evil was a fun little film. It didn't really do major box office in the U.S. It was much more a limited release kind of film. Did fairly well overseas for what it did. But it didn't make a lot of money, and it didn't really get a wide release. And it's really sorry that it didn't, because it's such a fun film. It is an absolute joy. Whoops, I've lost Troy. What happened to Troy?
Sorry about that. I apologize.
Oh, there you are. I was like, what happened? I lost Troy.
So let's give him a peek behind the scenes. So before we even started, I was saying that we pick on Professor Geek and Fan Man about technical difficulties, but the reality is they are way more advanced in the sound and technology and video streaming than either one of us. But the truth is that Al is head and shoulders above me because I am so new to it. And I knew that there was going to be some sort of a glitch like that.
Well, maybe shoulders, not sure about head, but or at least not from you.
Well, I am just going to be honest. I knew I was, and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, wow, I don't have a picture. And so I went to see if there was anything I can do to put up a picture. And I'm like, yeah, this is going to have to wait until the next stream because I don't know how to do any of that.
Yeah, well, I saw you have your little Bitmoji head because I used your image for the the rewatch
for the thumbnail. Yeah,
for the thumbnail, and because I saw that on your announcement, I'm like, oh, I'm so stealing that.
Oh yeah, no, I wanted to be the first meme.
all hail Troy for that little picture of him and me as Tucker and Dale. So which can be very appropriate. Like I said, we'll wait a little while for people to get in here. I haven't even launched my my MP4. I'm hoping Muhammad joins us. Muhammad did me a solid last night by sending me Horror of Dracula MP4 plus a cartoon that I'd never heard of, Felidae.
I don't know anything about that one. Yeah,
I know he's mentioned it on streams and stuff, but he sent me that, and he sent me Heavy Metal.
Oh, I love Heavy Metal.
God, that's a good film. And I know we've talked about rewatching it, so I'm all ready for that rewatch. So, but I'm glad I got Horror of Dracula, so now I can watch the rewatch and not worry too much about it.
I was getting really stoked as you guys were talking about Horror of Dracula last night. I have just recently I think we've talked about, and I've done some videos about how I like to do. I like to take series of DVDs and put them together in a custom box set. And I finally put together a custom box set of all of the Hammer Dracula films in one case. It's a 10-disc case, and I'm really stoked about it. So I would love to hear you guys doing a rewatch on that one.
Yeah, and I'm very whoa, I think I'm hearing some feedback from you a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah,
there.
we're having a bit of technical difficulty, and Annette's putting in her headset so she can
Oh,
listen in
okay.
too.
I want to say hi to Nanette this morning. She's going, oh, there she is. Hi, Nanette. Hi, Nanette. Uh,
So so when you sent the invitation out, to the two of us, she was
mhm.
like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this, because as of yesterday she had almost no voice.
Oh, poor. Oh, God, what
Yeah,
happened?
it's
Is it
it's
just like
it's cold and flu season, and
a cold
she's,
flu season? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and she lost her voice as the day
I
was
had my
going on.
I had my flu shot, so I'm all set for it.
We actually just got ours too.
Yeah,
They do that at work, and so I'm like, well, I'll take
that's
a
a good.
cold over the flu any day.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Oh, God, definitely. I remember a few years ago I had. I don't know if it was the flu. I don't know what it was, but whatever it was, my mother gave it to me because she had it, and then I caught it. It was during one of the super. It was during a Super Bowl Sunday. I think 2 years ago, not last Super Bowl, but the one before. And I was, oh my God, it was coming out. I mean, TMI coming out of both ends. Sorry, but well, God, I was miserable. It was like just 24 hours, but it took like 3 or 4 days to get everything back in order because there was nothing inside. I mean, there couldn't have been. But God, yeah, I hate the flu. I hate the flu. I hate anything where it affects stuff because being bedridden.
Yeah.
Well, not just I have to use a wheelchair and stuff like that, but very mobility challenged. Things can get crazy real fast. It's not fun, but
No, I've been there, so I totally understand what you're saying.
yeah, but yeah. Just I hope Nanette. I hope you're feeling better here soon. So but I'm sure, of course, the great joke that you could play on her, Troy. It's like, wow, I can finally get a little quiet in the house. This is when Fan Man would play the hi-yo.
Well, she'll pantomime something to me, and I'll go, "What?" And she'll look at me and point to her throat, like, "Hello." Like, "Oh,
I'd be
right,
yelling
right."
at you right now if it
Yeah,
wasn't for this.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, well, we got 5 people watching. We're hanging in there. Like I said, I didn't think we were going to have too many people watching. This is an experiment, a matinee. Uh, just a little background on why I do it. My mother is God. I mean, she's a saint. God love her. Um, and she does kind of take care of me a lot of stuff, a lot more than I wish she didn't have to, but she does get out every other Sunday. I mean, every other Saturday afternoon to get her hair done. And I call that my matinee day because I can plug in, watch whatever I want to watch on the computer and not be bothered. Because she's always in and out, in and out, and she sits here because I have the only television, and so it's kind of my own time to do what I want, or on television or on the computer. It's a quiet time for me. So I figured, let me see if I could translate that into a live stream and do rewatches on live stream and see how many people show up just to kind of enjoy a film. And I just didn't know what film I wanted to watch today. Did I want to go heavy and dark? I almost chose The Witch from a few years ago. Have you ever seen that one, Troy?
I
Or the Witch, as I like to call it?
Yeah, is that the one where it was set in
Set in, like, colonial.
yeah.
And it's got the black ram. And
Yeah,
black,
I
black
think I
dwarf.
did see at least parts of it. I don't think I've seen it
Yeah,
all the way through. Maybe a little heavy for a matinee though.
it's heavy. I wanted to go light, at least for the first one.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I could do Young Frankenstein, but it's not streaming anywhere that I could find. I thought about Oh, what was the other one I was thinking of? I was thinking about it. I was just thinking about a couple of ones,
Yeah.
and it just really it struck me yesterday. I'm like, I'm missing an obvious one. Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Well,
It's
obvious you, I
perfect.
guess.
It's perfect. It was the perfect funny one to
I was
watch.
what
Like I
I
said, I was looking for something along the lines of Monster Squad,
have.
something in that humorous vein, but still very Halloween
I
or slasher. And this is kind of a takeoff of the hillbilly slasher horror. Kids in the woods meeting hillbillies, but it puts a twist on it.
I know nothing about it except as I was looking up the pictures so I could do that thumbnail. I saw that Alan. How do you pronounce his last name?
Alan
Tudyak or Tudyak?
Alan Tudyk.
Tudyk. Okay.
Tudyk.
I like him. I just never knew how to pronounce his last name.
Yeah.
Of course, from Firefly, but there was. I have you ever heard of PG porn?
Pete,
Yeah, James Gunn did a series of little vignettes starring a bunch of people that he's worked with in the past, and Alan Tudyk was one. What it basically is the concept of it's all the humor of porn without the sex. That's why they call it PG porn,
oh yeah.
and
Well,
it is hysterical.
what I think is funny, you could go on, and I know I've seen it on YouTube. I haven't looked lately because I am trying. The Catholic side of me is trying to eliminate porn because that's a bad thing. But I don't consider like nudity in films porn. I consider like the kind of stuff porn. Uh, but you can watch porn movies where they've edited out the
Yep.
sex.
So I've gotten they did they
Some
call
of
them
them are
porn
pretty good.
they call them porn parodies because
Yeah,
if it's
yeah,
a parody they can get away with they can't get hit with copyrights.
yeah.
And they did a porn parody of Star Trek The Next Generation, and
Yep.
you can find online the non-porn version of it. They take out all the sex, and I got to tell you, it
I think
holds up as a
is,
good episode of Star Trek The Next Generation.
is that the one where the guy playing Picard looks
Looks
exactly
just
like
like him.
Picard?
Yes. And
And
it,
if I remember correctly,
yeah.
the one who plays Beverly Crusher,
Yeah.
her name is Kimberly Kane.
Okay.
If I'm thinking of the same one, and I think I am, her name is Kimberly Kane, who also played Scully in the Sex Files and X Files dark comedy kind of or dark parody. I
Sure.
think it was something like that. Sex Files, a dark parody or something like that. But I swear to God, she was a great Scully.
What was really great about this porn parody is that you really have to, I mean, obviously anyone can watch it. I mean, if you watch the unedited version, you're really watching it for the porn, I presume. But watching the non-porn version, you almost have to be a real Star Trek fan. It was clearly made by people who knew what they were doing when it came to Star Trek.
Because if it's the one I'm thinking of with her in it, one she does a great Crusher as well. But the guy who is playing Picard could play Picard,
right?
Without a doubt, and it had a great look. I mean,
there's even this great scene where they do the thing where he goes and he looks out the window, he picks up the flute, the flute, and oh gosh,
and then like at the very end after he has a talk with Beverly, that is Kimberly Kane.
Okay,
and just as a side note, if anybody is a big fan of Kimberly Kane, they can experience her themselves if they go to the Bunny Ranch right now, because she is at the Bunny Ranch.
So tell us more about your Catholicism and how you're trying to cut out porn.
Hey, I've never been there. I will say,
but you will send other people there.
No, well, not everybody's Catholic, and that's one of those weird things where I'm actually, I am a very much a believer that what two people get up to behind closed doors, or two or three or four people do behind closed doors, is their own business.
Yeah. I
And
I
I that's one thing I've just, I know sex is whatever. Doesn't mean I have to do it, but I defend others' rights to do it.
I'm very, yeah, we normally don't talk politics on the streams, but I consider myself very much libertarian.
Yeah, I
I'm
do
I'm
too,
so
actually.
much the live and let live. But then again, I'm also of the opinion you can do whatever you want, but it's none of my business, and I really don't want to necessarily hear about it, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But I just I've made a couple friends out there.
Yep.
Well, more or less. I once ran fan club for one of the ladies who's no longer in the business, but I would edit film. I would edit her photo shoots and things like that to make her look better and to hide her face because she was one of those who likes to hide her face because of family and
Sure.
stuff like that. And but she, I just did it for fun. But she for my birthday, she sent me like hundreds of dollars worth of shirts and clothes and all kinds of stuff, and they fit because she knew I was a big guy.
Nice.
And she visited me in rehab when she came by
Oh,
one.
yeah, I remember you telling that story. Yeah.
Held my hand. We talked for a while, and she was just in the area and stopped by. I was like, it was just so sweet of her. She was outside of the business at that time. She was no longer in it, but
Well,
she was just a very nice lady, and
that's what people need to start remembering, especially in this age of social media. When you're
right,
talking about people in that industry or in movies or just literally anything, we're talking about other human beings. When you
right,
strip away the cameras and the fame and all of that, it's still a human being.
hmm
Let's try having a little bit of respect. And I feel,
exactly.
and that goes for politicians too, and that goes for literally everybody. And when you hear the way people talk about other people in the news and in social media, it's like, are do you not understand there are other human beings in this world besides you? In fact, everyone else is a human being besides you, you know.
hmm Right, exactly. Okay, well, you don't have that many people, but we're going to watch the film anyway. Some
Okay.
people might come through. I do want to say, I like what Daniel Herron said earlier. It's like I saw Tucker, and I thought Tucker and the man in his dream, and I thought so classy, Al.
I saw that movie. I know that
That's
one.
yeah, I saw that. I've seen that too. That's a good movie. That's a good car too.
Of course, I don't think I've
I
seen it since it was out in theaters.
Yeah, I saw it when it was on cable, like
Uh,
when it first started on cable. I went, it's a good film, but it's not exactly like a rewatch.
sure.
Something I would want to see several more times or anything. I've seen it, I know it, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, yeah.
But okay, let's start like thinking about this movie here. Tucker Dale versus Evil, 2010.
Do I need to know
Um,
anything going into it? I mean, is there a big setup or something, that
uh, it pretty much just I mean, like I said, if you know hillbilly horror films, a group of
I'm not
young
sure I do, but okay.
well, okay, group of young teens going, taking a vacation in the woods, stop for gas, see a couple hillbillies, hear about some bad things that happen. And let's just say the hillbillies aren't bad guys. And there's a lot of misunderstandings. And let's just say the kids do more harm to themselves than anybody else. And that's kind of the funny part of it
Okay.
is that
So it's
they
like a riff, a parody of some of the horror films out
it's a
there.
parody of horror films, and Tucker and Dale are two guys you would love to know.
Cool.
And they're just nice guys, and unfortunately, just bad things seem to happen.
Two
Um,
guys you just like to know. I think kind of like you and I, Al.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's just a couple of crazy kids in the woods, rebuilding their dream, building their vacation home. But yeah, where I've got it is I've frozen it. I don't know how everybody else is doing it or maybe doing it. I'm 3 seconds in on mine, and I've got the magnet logo. So if everybody wants to get there,
Okay,
that
let me
I thought that was a good place to
play
start.
forward a bit.
But it says magnet on
Yeah, I
the.
don't even have that. Mine goes right into the
Let me see. Let me.
Reliant Big Pictures and Lubby Lou Productions presents.
Okay, then we'll start there. Reliance Big Pictures and Lemmy Lou Productions presents.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll start there. Give a few people a couple times here.
Love you, Lou. I like that.
Lemmy Lou. I'm watching. There's this. Well, I've seen it a couple times. I really like it. It's a Bigfoot documentary about it. It's called Finding Jay, and he's a Bigfoot um, researcher in Wisconsin, and he calls his production Chum Bucket,
Yeah. Okay. That
and
makes sense.
it's named after his son because his son is his chum, so he named it Chum Bucket.
Aw.
And I was just like, and he has his kid going Chum Bucket.
I thought he was putting out bait for Squatch
Yeah,
from a
but
chum bucket.
yeah, but it's good. I mean, I read a review on my channel. It's Finding Jay. It's like, say, if you like Bigfoot documentaries, it's a good one because it's more about his journey than it is about trying to find Bigfoot. And
Yeah.
I liked that twist on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Reliance Big Picture, Luby Lou Productions present. We'll start. I'll do just like the big boys, Professor and Fan Man
Fan.
do, and
Professor and Fan, because we're on first name basis with them.
yeah, the Prof and the Fan.
Yeah.
I'll count down to 1 and I'll go. I'll count down from 3. Okay, everybody get ready. 3, 2, 1, start. I messed up a little bit.
What's wrong?
Okay.
You didn't go into the movie?
Yeah, you see the filming?
Yeah, I'm seeing. Ooh. Ow.
Oh, yeah, right in the head.
Yeah. That's wow. Okay, well, it kind of jumps right into the action, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. It kind of sets it up.
And then we jump back. I'm actually getting
Yeah.
kind of tired of this setup where we start and then we go back in
Back
time.
3 days ago, yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's your basic collection of dumb kids.
Yeah. Yeah,
And if
but
anybody
jerky kids.
and if you recognize the guy in the back there, the guy with the dreads, the black guy, he was a Power Ranger.
Oh, was he black? Was he
He was a Red Ranger in SPD.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, they have Tucker and Dale driven by it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. We're in the same spot.
Okay.
Just kind of driving by looking weird at him.
Yeah. We forgot the beer.
I'm sure they'll have booze wherever you're going, guys. I mean, don't you think?
Well, you never know. I mean, they thought they bought it.
You might be able to get something better than beer, like moonshine.
You know, your typical group of teenagers, and every one of them is beautiful, even boys.
Well, but I think that's perfectly characterized because you notice they seem like the jockey type guys and the popular girls, and they're kind of jerks. And it's like, yeah, all the really extra good looking people that were really popular in high school. That's kind of how I remember them too.
Yep, there's Tucker. Alan Tudyk does make good faces.
Yeah, he does.
That girl is beautiful. She's like the main girl in this.
Has she been in anything else I might have seen?
Been in a couple things, but nothing really major. I know she's on The Bold and the Beautiful now, I believe. I think her name's Katrina Bowden.
course, his name was Chad.
Well,
Okay, I see where this is going. He thinks she's pretty, but now he's embarrassed because, yeah.
one of these days, I've never seen one in any store around here, but I need to find me a big jar of eggs.
Pickled eggs.
I love pickled eggs, especially beet pickled eggs. With the beet juice in it. You ever done that?
Never had a pickled egg before.
Pickled eggs are good. Like say you put the beet juice in them for Easter, or you put them in like pickled beet juice, and it kind of like soaks in and turns the eggs nice and purple.
I like that. She's just human. Go talk to her.
Yeah. More or less.
More.
Uh,
Yeah, that's pretty much how I am too, more or less.
it's like you're a good-looking man, more or less. There's something about shorts where the pockets are coming out the bottom.
Oh, yeah. See, I was looking at that going, yeah, if I had that, I'd just cut those off.
Yeah, but kind of tells your mind, it's like, man, those are really, really short because I
Yeah.
can see the pockets. And when you got the legs to carry them off, why not?
Yeah. Coming forward with the side, maybe not the
best idea.
message. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see where this is going. Now, see, if someone's backing up from you and going, okay, sorry, that should tell you something right there.
Yeah.
You're paying attention. I just want to clarify again, this is a rewatch for everyone else, right? So
Yeah.
talking over it in my commentary, that's cool.
Well,
right?
that's part of the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it's all about. It's like you're sitting with a group of friends watching a film and you're talking about it. Like you can't do in a movie theater.
Right, exactly. Okay, so now immediately we're relating to these guys,
Yep.
because everybody feels that way.
Exactly. Plus, I watch this. I know people that talk like this around here.
Me too.
Yeah, we call them beta neckas around here.
I used to spend my summers in Mansfield, Ohio, and they got a bit of accent too. Oh, that doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't, does it?
Oh God! That's all kinds of wrong. Okay, exposition, kind of fill in the audience on what's going on.
But yeah, these are just two regular guys. Just
wait, what?
and I like the ominous music too.
Yeah, for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
But now you're tense because of the music. Yeah. I like that. It looks like a name brand, but it just says beer.
Beer. Yeah, no, I love when they do that. Just like I always liked on Lost,
Yeah,
like they just had the Dharma stuff.
exactly.
Dharma potato chips, Dharma beer.
My favorite was the Dharma Oreos, fully hydrogenated.
Yeah. And of course, this looks like your ominous cabin of
Cabin in the woods, right?
any
Exactly.
any teenagers come across and be terrified of. Needs a lot of fixing up.
We look at it and go, "Oh my god, that's a fixer-upper." He looks at it, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's perfect."
Tyler Labine, the guy playing Dale, is just so likable. He's just such an innocent soul.
There was a moment when he was in the truck. I swear, I thought it was Jack Black.
Yeah. I really hope they get the sequel to this made. There's been talk of a sequel. So it does tell you, yes. You know, I don't think it's going to say much that Tucker and Dale do survive this film, thankfully.
Wow. That's what he focuses in on. But with it all weathered like that, I would wonder if the place was still in business.
Yeah. Man, I'd like a chili dog right about now.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Now that you say it, me too. Oh, yeah. If that was load bearing, that was not very well supported.
Yep.
I'll be honest. I don't recognize a single one of these kids.
Yeah, they're not like really named people. The only one I really recognized at first when I first saw this was the guy who played the Red Ranger.
Yeah. But I'm guessing he didn't have the dreads when he was on that show.
Actually, he did.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he did. I think he was the first. I think he was the first of Black Red Ranger. Uh, Here we go with.
You should wait till it gets a little darker to start telling scary stories.
Yeah.
This almost feels like they're telling like this is a sequel and they're doing a flashback to the first movie.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Like I said, it does have its graphic moments.
And she falls. Yep, there it is.
She's cute.
Well, they were well-fitted jeans, I can say that.
Yep.
Of course, someone has to live to tell the story, otherwise, how do you know the story?
Exactly.
Wow, the sun went down fast.
Yep.
Well, that's a name brand.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yep.
Do you ever see a movie called Midnight Madness?
That
With
sounds
Michael
familiar.
has
Refresh my
Mike.
memory.
It has a young Michael J. Fox kind of in a supporting role.
I
It's a,
did not, but Nanette saw it and told me about it.
yeah, they visit at one point. They visit the Pabst Blue Ribbon brewery, and the guy falls in, and just it's a funny film. If I could ever find it, I'd like to do a rewatch of it. About a group of college kids, like teams that go on a overnight scavenger hunt.
Like that. Yeah.
I love that film. It's a guilty pleasure of mine.
Wasn't that like before Michael J. Fox put the J in his name?
Might have been,
Yeah.
yeah. I think David Naughton is the star of it. And it's also got the can't remember the actor's name. The one who played Flounder and one who played Veer.
Something Firth.
Oh, I can't think of his name. She is a nice looking girl.
She reminds me of the cheerleader from Heroes.
Yeah, a little bit. Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah. My guess would be they don't want us to be bothering them.
Oh yes.
Then he covers his eyes.
Covers his eyes. I know.
I like
like
that.
Come on, man.
Hey, we're out in nature. It's not my fault you decided to start disrobing.
Yeah. Oh, Melissa Harris had to go.
Are you actually a peeping Tom if you're just sitting there minding your own business and someone just comes up and starts taking their clothes off? I mean,
Yeah, you're just a happy bystander.
yeah. Well, like I went to her place and was peeking in her window or something.
Yeah, just like that time I was going down the hall at college and the girl comes out like still wrapping the thing around her.
Yeah, it's like, well, thank you.
That was such a wonderful day.
Oh, okay. I see. They
You see what's going on? Yeah.
And they think they just killed her.
Yeah.
Why the hell are they running away?
So we have the primary setup.
Yeah.
What's
Wait, we got your friend. Why are you running away?
Where are you going? That would be a nice place all fixed up.
Yeah, it would take a lot of work though.
Yeah.
And yet I'm sitting here looking and going, I know exactly where I'd start,
Yeah. Any place with a big, large porch. Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, that woodwork's going to need a lot of work, though.
Yeah.
It'd have to be completely resurfaced. The dog's like, "What's wrong with her?"
Yeah, he pancakes. That's it.
I like that. He's the one voice of reason. Well, maybe they took
Yeah.
her to the hospital. Okay, she's dead. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Bye. Actually, I like that because they do that in every
Yeah.
movie and no one ever goes, okay, bye.
Yeah. See ya.
It's a picker's dream.
That's true.
I'm just looking at the rusty body of that truck. I'm like, somebody could restore that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. We got all kinds of like old cars and stuff floating
Oh, that
around here.
bacon looks good.
I
Bacon.
I had bacon for breakfast, man. Yes. And I love these the
He
little
tried to bring her
flowers.
flowers. Yeah. I and Tucker
Uh,
brung you here. I dove in and rescued you.
like that little hero moment.
Well, it's fair.
Hey, Mohammed, how you doing?
Oh, hey, Mohammed. Glad
Mohammed's
you made
joining
it.
us. Are you going to be rewatching Mohammed? If
If
you
it,
are, we're at the 21-minute and 37-second mark. You were in your underwear as was anyway.
yeah. Jangers. Does he even have teeth? Okay. So at least now she knows she's not like an idiot.
Yep. She knows that these guys are okay. No, Mohammed didn't see your. I didn't see your tweet. I actually don't have Twitter up right now because.
Okay, I'll go to the Tweeties. I'll go to the Tweeties and look up the Twitters. Tweet, Twitter, tweet. Let's see here. Well, that's just mean.
Oh yeah, I did see that Muhammad when the prof had to fight the spider during his live
Oh
stream.
yeah. That was funny. Yeah, I was watching when that happened.
Should have put in the Star Trek fight theme. Da 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 da.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh no. Oh God. Actually, he's not wrong. Run for your lives, just not for the reason they think.
Yeah.
Right. And it looks like he's chasing after him.
He's like, "Here are you."
Oh!
Oops.
He literally just killed himself.
Exactly.
Do you think in his last moments he realized what was happening? He
I
sees the
don't know.
bee and
Yeah, I
sees
don't
the bee
know.
and figures out all that was happening there.
If I were the director, I would have had him go, "Ow," just as he died to see if it
Yeah,
was the sting,
exactly.
to see the bee sting.
Oh yeah, add insult to injury, right?
Exactly. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. Well, I know what it's like when a pretty girl is nice to you.
I'll bet.
Of course, I married her.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Muhammad timestamp 2613 1415. They're playing the board game.
Okay, so that's kind of awesome. This whole idea about communication, because that seems
Uh,
to be what this whole movie is going to be about.
yep.
And again, communication. She misunderstood him, and he goes, "No, let me explain."
Yeah.
Why? Why? Oh. Oh, well, it's actually not a bad idea. You know,
Yeah.
alcohol on a wound. Man, those are really swollen. He must be like allergic or something. No, if he was allergic, he'd be having an
He'd be
effect.
dead. He'd be dead by
Yeah.
now. That's a friend. Pull the bee stings out of you.
Okay, well, Dale's on the case. Yeah. Okay.
You see the definite setup for disaster.
I do see that. Yeah. And actually, you can tell she's even thinking it too. They left his body as a message. They don't even know his body's there. Okay, that was stupid. He's gotten good at it.
I know it takes skill to get an axe in a tree.
Yep, I know.
I've always wanted to learn how to like throw axes and knives. I was never ever good at it.
You know what?
You find that
like,
sweet. You have to find that sweet
yeah.
spot.
Well, you gotta know your distance, because you kind of
Yeah.
gotta be able to gauge. Does it need to turn once, twice, 3 times? You know,
Yeah.
how much of a spin do I have to put on it? And you can't be really thinking about it. It's the thing you got to practice till your hand knows how to do it.
Right.
College kids. Hey, college kids.
Leaving them a note in a log.
And it's probably something like, "We have your friend," or something like that. We got your friend. Yeah, I was right. See?
Yeah, I'd pretty much be struck numb too if I saw
Yeah.
that.
And she's like, "Yeah, okay, fine." That's a good rule.
Yep, he's in love. Now think of the two things that are going on.
Yeah, wood
And
chipper and digging a grave. Yeah.
there you go.
I
Pretty
think he
much
should be
writes
breaking those
itself.
logs up a little bit before he puts them in. I'm just still right here. They're like, "Hey." Oh, and he just hit her in the head.
Yep.
Oh, he just did it to himself. Someone's going into that wood chipper, isn't it? Man, you need to be breaking those logs up before you put them in. Oh, he's got... Oh! And it looks like he's feeding them in. Oh!
Oh man.
Yeah, well, it's a little late now.
Yeah, it's
We're
got a
gonna
little late to
save him.
help him. You okay?
And she just got hit in the head again. Oh God,
Yeah.
she's gonna have permanent damage.
I just love it when he goes, "You okay?"
Well,
I have his body.
just chucked himself into the wood chipper. Speared himself straight through the gut. And he's crying about it. Yeah, I like that. That makes so much sense. And I'm like, in what world? I don't know. Okay, their logic is not terribly off given what they know.
Yeah, their point of view. Muhammad couldn't get all the way through the wood chipper.
Yeah, neither could the guy in the wood chipper. He couldn't get all the way through it. Which is going to look bad too.
Owen Lister's joined us. Hi, Owen Lister. Let me know if you need a timestamp. We're at 3609 on my copy.
Okay, I'm going to have to excuse myself for just a second. I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, okay. So you kind of see who the true psycho is turning out to be here. I like how she's wiping blood off her face when she basically needs a fire hose to get herself clean. They just had the wood chipper scene, Owen, and the four remaining kids are trying to figure out what to do, and of course, the one crazy kid wants to just go after him. And here comes the cop. This would be very vomit inducing if it were me. Just trying to get half a body out of the wood chipper. Uh, oh, oh, oh.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. He's heavy for half a guy.
Yeah, this is not going to look good.
Nope.
Yeah, Owen Lister, that's exactly what we were kind of saying. This is awesome parody.
Yep.
That's
That's
exactly
what
happened.
happened.
If I had knocked her unconscious, yeah, that doesn't seem like good. He's like, wait, that doesn't sound good. I am a little confused why, if he thinks that they're killing people, he hasn't pulled his gun out. Well, kinda.
Yeah.
No, don't. Oh, again, he just did it to himself.
Yeah.
How's he even walking right now?
He looks like he's gonna walk it off.
Oh no, don't get behind the wheel. I took that. I was just starting to take a drink at that point. Someone's going for the gun. You know, here's the funny thing. They think they're trapped in that car, and they're probably safer in there than anywhere.
Yep.
Oh no, he's gonna shoot himself.
God.
Yeah. You got to take the safety off on the side. Don't look down the barrel. Well, I guess he's kind of right.
Yeah, this is Tucker Dale versus Evil. Abbott and Costello, but more violent.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
You know what? There definitely is an Abbott and Costello vibe here. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like for the modern mindset.
Again, communication, just like the girl was saying. Oh no. Not the dog.
Right in the nuts.
Oh. No, they're not going to use a nail gun as a projectile. Oh, I see. They're hooking it up to a. Wow.
Yeah, the chainsaw.
I like it. That's an excellent point.
Yep. Oh, and Lister talking about the chainsaw scene earlier. Yeah.
Yep. Well, now that car is going to overheat when it gets halfway down the road. You're out of bullets. I swear to God, I'll get really mad. Uh-oh. Hi. For a run. Now we get a little bit of the Keystone Cop thing going. Why is everyone chasing after him? Someone's tripping over that.
Because they're stupid kids.
Yes, they are. This is the kind of reversal with the lone guy in the woods running away from the college kids.
Yep.
He covers himself with leaves.
Not a bad idea, though, really.
No. Under the circumstances, you do what you can.
Get a little predator thing going on.
Oh, those are bad shoes to be out in the woods with.
Yeah, Owen Lister says, despite the blood and guts and the dark humor, the movie is surprisingly good-hearted instead of mean-spirited.
Yeah, that's
That's what I
exactly
like.
right.
That's what I like about it. It's just a fun, misunderstanding movie, and there's only like one really bad person in the film. Kind of looking at him.
It's supposed to be 24-hour protection. Payback for what? They're yours. You can have my beer.
Muhammad's like, I'm not talking about this film, but why do horror characters just need to do stupid things? I don't know. Well, if you don't do stupid things, you don't get killed. And that's the whole point.
I used
I
to.
like that. I like that commercial that's on TV now, where they kind of parody that.
Let's just get out of here. No, let's go hide behind the chainsaws.
I don't like it. The car is
But the car's
already turned on.
right there. Yeah.
Let's go hide in the chainsaws.
And the killer's like, oh my God, what is
Yeah,
wrong with these people? I'll be honest with you. I used to think that too until I've been in a couple of emergency situations and I realize how stupid people act.
yeah.
And I go, yeah, I guess that is kind of how people act. It's very different when you're not sitting in a movie theater perfectly safe analyzing.
Tucker and Dale versus the Predator. Yeah,
Yeah.
that I would want something very along a similar line. I don't know how they would do it, but I just hope they don't go like fantasy ways, like Cabin in the Woods was, which was another
Right.
possibility for this weekend. But I couldn't find it.
Die, hillbilly. It sure sounds like they want to kill us. Yeah.
She's kind of hot with that thing wrapped around her head. Kind of a Rambo thing going on.
His bowling fingers.
Oh, Casey Scott's joining us. Sorry, I'm late. Didn't get a notification for this. Oh, I'm sorry. If you want the time code, we're at 53:47.
We don't want to escalate things.
Mohammed's, I mean, examples of a cop not getting his gun out, not human mistakes. It looks better with a bandana than the professor did last night. He looked like a hippie.
Okay, I think even the professor would agree to that. I mean,
yeah, I believe so too. I didn't see what I'll have to find.
And here's another great scene of the communication. Where she's like, well, maybe they misunderstood. Why would they think that? I don't know. Yeah, you do know. If a guy like me talked to a girl like you, someone would end up dead.
But you notice a little something between Allison and Dale, though, happening.
Yeah. Well, because they're getting past all the outer stuff, and
Mohammed saying that the professor needed his bandana to be lower. Well, when you're trying to cover a high forehead, it can only go so low.
You can only cover so much with a bandana.
He's gonna make me fry on that one. I'm sorry, Professor. Just kidding.
I actually came in late, so I didn't see the bandana bit. I just wish that the professor would do what you and Fan Man do and get the link up so people can kind of sit on it and wait for it.
Yeah. Well, I got that from Fan Man. I didn't even know how that worked until this morning. Woo! That was too close.
It actually went through his pants, didn't it?
I don't know. Did it? Casey Scott thought he looked all right with his bandana.
It put a hole in his pants.
Dang.
That's close. Oof. This vacation sucks.
If I'm not mistaken, Tucker Dale versus Evil was parodying Evil Dead and Friday the 13th.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit that wrong turn, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You see a little bit of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it was anything really specific. I think
it's not like a hardcore parody. It's more like an inspired by.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I'm laughing more at this than I ever did at the Scary Movie parodies.
Yeah. Because they try too hard sometimes with those kind.
Yeah.
Someone's going around the bend.
Yeah.
Scream was a smarter parody than Scary Movie. Probably. I haven't seen Scream.
Oh, Scream was good.
Yeah, I plan on it's on Netflix. I plan to watch it.
It's kind of a parody, but in a way, it's a horror movie that indirectly parodies other horror movies.
Right.
Yeah, okay. It does look like Stockholm Syndrome. I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
Right? They come to the girl's rescue
Yeah.
because he's got the knife to her throat. I'll provide the finger sandwiches. That's a great line.
Yeah, he's not too happy right now.
I don't blame him.
They're having a parlay.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much it. Oh God. She said she wanted to be a psychologist or something, right?
Muhammad's in the middle of a robbery, but I think we handled it smarter. But still, I did some dumb things. I'm just saying, you don't have to be stupid to put a character through danger.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
You could view Scream as an R-rated version of Scooby Doo. At least that's how I saw it. Says our listener.
Hey, Big Al, can you speak to what Casey Scott's asking? Because he's asking movie questions and it's a little over my head. I'm not.
Yeah, that's what. Speaking of scary movie, which was better, the Wayans 2 or David Zucker's 3 and 4? I honestly have not seen them. I've seen a little bit of the first one, so I really can't say.
Oh, the scary movies, as in the scary movie series. Okay, now I
Right.
understand. Okay. So this
He
story that he's telling is
his mother was was
survivor,
the only survivor.
but was it another circumstance like this where it was all a misunderstanding?
No, I think it was real hillbilly kill
Okay.
thrill.
Okay. Okay. But that doesn't mean all hillbillies are bad. Some just like to drink and fish and listen to country music.
That's true. Watch NASCAR on the weekends.
You don't even have a gun. Oh yeah, every step of the way they're reading something more into it.
Yeah.
Got massacred. Oh yeah. This is exactly how it happens. Why didn't she duck? It's her fault. Now he set his buddy on fire. Brilliant. Stop, drop, and roll. Don't use that.
Stop,
Stop,
drop, and
drop, and
roll.
roll. Stop, drop, and roll. He's crackling like a log. Oh shit! I knew I should have moved that. Oh no! Okay, so it's going to be a complete teardown and rebuild.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible therapist.
I like how he is supportive even in what they're going through.
Oh, Mohammed, did you have to make that association? I mean, you're right, but did you have to make that association?
A prettier, more likable version of Brie Larson.
Yeah. Do not flood it. Yeah, it's true. That's basically all he's got left is the truck. Watch where you're going.
Hey, fix the blinker.
No, maybe it was the other blinker.
That's true. At least that one's working. Well, I was just saying she's similar in bone structure.
Yeah, but she's got a butt.
Yeah. She's got a lot of stuff that is
And
very
she
nice.
smiles. Oh no,
Yeah.
wait, did I say that? I'm a misogynist.
How dare you?
I know, suggesting someone should smile.
Dale is the one who smiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, he's the innocent, he's that
Yeah.
good old boy, kind of a good old boy, not much upstairs, but a big heart.
Oh. Aw.
Yep.
I doubt it.
Yeah, you're right, Owen Lister. That is a good one. I like that Dale's the hero of the piece. The big the likable big guys. I've always
Yeah.
liked that character, that kind of character.
Because she's always falling down and hitting her head.
You make this film 20 years earlier. You got David Spade and Chris Farley.
Oh God! But I don't think it would have been as good, to be honest with you.
Probably not, but yeah, I could see. Ow, jeez. Owen Lister saying, "Of course you do, Al."
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I was thinking the same thing.
You always gravitate towards the characters you see. You
See
kind of
yourself in, yeah.
see yourself in.
I guess
Get
that's
towards
why I
the
like
light.
Rambo so much.
Oh, Rambo.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I like Rambo so much. I'm obviously making a joke there.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. Ew.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is that typical put the damsel in peril on
Yep.
the bandsaw or on the rotary saw.
Nice knees. I like knees too.
Yeah, yeah, you like all the weird body parts that have nothing to do with sex.
Well, if you don't think you can do something, then you're doing it wrong.
I kind of don't like to separate body parts because they kind of aren't very attractive when they're separate. It's the whole package that kind of works.
I know, I'm just, I just kid around, but I do like knees.
I was headed over this way anyway. No! Oh no!
Uh, any good hillbilly would have a knife.
Right? Ooh!
A woman's legs would drive anything. Wait, Alf,
Ooh!
are feet on? Al, you and feet, you weird.
Oh.
Nice.
He's like, holy crap! Frat bitch. Okay, I see that kid going right into the rotary saw.
Now, remember, thinking back to the beginning, the footage.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, guess
Look at
not.
that.
It's been so long, Owen Lister. I barely even remember the Mortal Kombat movie, but yeah, I did see it. Oh.
He is hillbilly.
You're half hillbilly. Okay, I can kind of relate to that. I remember weird stuff.
Yep. And back to the beginning.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he got help because I thought he wasn't going to make it. I'm feeling high on prescription medication. That's the wrong finger. PBR. And really, his finger should still be bandaged up.
Yeah, but you know, I can forgive it. Unless they're still shooting for that Guyver
I
double
heard
feature.
the only thing I know about Guyver is wasn't Mark Hamill in that?
Yeah, he was in the first one. Got himself a bowling date.
And she's good.
Yeah.
Amazing set of bowling fingers.
Well, I would think they should reboot this with you and Michael. Fan Man would be Dick Halloran type of a character. As long as I get the girl at the end, I'll be all right.
Right. I want you to wear that every day from now on. Well, except for all the people dying and bleeding on us. That was fun. Aw.
There you go.
Yeah. Ha! Hell no.
Looks like something's happening.
Wow. Okay, that was a really good call, Big Al. That was
Classic.
that was just yeah.
And the hillbilly gets the girl.
Wow.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
I don't.
I wouldn't mind a sequel to this movie. This
Yeah,
would be a good
it
one. Yeah.
definitely could use one.
How old is this movie?
2010. It's almost 10 years. 2010. 9 years
Wow.
old.
Wow.
I remember when it came out because being a Firefly fan, Alan Tudyk just when you see the name, you go, oh, what's he in? And I just remember thinking, wow, that'd be good, but it didn't get a wide release. And then the next thing you know, it's on Netflix, and that's where I saw it for Netflix or Amazon. One of those two is when I saw it for the first time. Not that long ago, but
Yeah, and see that's what I love about your channel because you talk about movies that I have just never heard of before.
I just come across strange stuff sometimes. But this was a film that deserved a wide release. I think this would have been a big hit. But as it is, it's what they can now be considered a cult classic.
I think for the longest time, I mean, maybe since the beginning of film, I think that the biggest failing for many films has just been the bad marketing. People either not understanding what the movie's about or just not good communication of all the good things that would draw someone to a film.
Yeah, or just sometimes little company will do something and they just don't have the backing
True.
to really put a lot of stuff out there. I mean, you get your big films which end up on McDonald's cups or and figures and all this other stuff. A little film like this,
although nowadays you
nowadays
don't,
something like this would, I mean, I could see them on a Funko Pop if they haven't already made them.
right, but nowadays you don't even need to go through big studio marketing. You can just get this out on social media. This is the kind of thing that could just word of mouth.
Social media is changing everything. Like I say, if you can get yourself on Netflix or Amazon Prime, and even I don't, you put it free, but even like Daily Motion, what's the other one that's like Daily Motion? Vimeo. Yeah, Vimeo. You get a film on that, and you can definitely find an audience. And then when you're out on DVD, you can just keep growing. I mean, there are little films like that, like Terrifier, which is that one with Art the Clown.
Yeah,
I mean, these are little films made for chump change comparatively.
Well, and another good marketing method is what actually happened by accident with the what's his name, Ernest Goes to Camp. He started out as just a character in commercials or something.
Commercials, like and then suddenly Ernest P. Worrell became a movie star.
So you just do a whole bunch of little videos and put them out for free on the YouTubes and the whatnots and get enough following, and then you go, hey, what do you guys think about if we made this into a movie? And then you crowdfund it and you do it yourself. I mean, you can do that.
Yeah, the next thing we do is Flow, the movie from Geico. From Progressive.
No, see, unfortunately, the idea of translating commercials into film,
by the way,
it would not. It's not a bad idea. It's just that they'd screw it up. Look what they did with the cavemen from Geico. That could have been awesome, and it sucked. It's like
try to do that TV show, and they just
took everything that everyone liked about it and left it out.
Plus, they didn't use the right. There were certain actors that just were the cavemen.
Right. You don't change that.
Yeah.
You can keep those guys.
Other people, and just didn't work.
That would be like taking your Flo idea and instead of bringing her in, you recast her. Everyone's going to be like, this isn't Flo.
Yeah. You gotta have Flo, just like Ernest.
Right.
It had to be. Oh God, now I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I don't know
can't think of his name right now, but yeah, Ernest
Ernest
couldn't have been played. couldn't have been played by anybody. Jim Varney. That's
Jim
it.
Varney. That's right. That's right.
Just kind of came to me, but yeah, it definitely needed you need the right people and
Well, and
the real
this
person to play it.
this would have been the perfect time to be doing the cavemen, because now with this whole woke society, you could really do a great sitcom that has a message to it and still be entertaining,
Yeah.
not preachy, a little Archie, kind of a reverse Archie Bunker kind of thing,
Yeah, a little bit, but you got. I mean, but cavemen have to be cavemen.
Exactly.
Yeah, they've got to like try to grab the women, knock them over the head. Men don't do that. This, then you can do all the preaching, but
Yeah, you're right.
you got to give the manly men their moment. Though.
There is nothing you could have done. I swear, nowadays, any good idea is going to be destroyed by woke culture, because someone's going to get offended and make something out of it.
Yeah. Do you think they could do Married with Children in today's society?
Absolutely not. You can't take any TV show from more than 10 years ago and redo it. You couldn't do it.
Well, I think I've mentioned it before, but remember like a couple months ago when they did that the Archie Bunker All in the Family and the Jeffersons live remake thing?
That doesn't ring a bell, but
they took a All in the Family episode and a Jeffersons episode, and they recasted. They had Jamie Foxx playing George Jefferson, and Woody Harrelson was Archie Bunker.
Wow, that sounds brilliant.
Marissa Tomei was Edith, who was brilliant as Edith.
I could see that.
And I forget who played
Weezy?
Thelma. I forgot who played Wheezy, but they actually brought Marla Gibbons back as her character.
Wow, that's
which
awesome.
was character, but it was like the early one before they really got going. But it was a lot of fun to watch, but it was squirmy, uncomfortable, because of the stuff that they used to get away with, that society would just have issues with now.
Yeah. Owen Lister says you couldn't even do MASH in this day and age. Oh gosh, can you imagine what they do with Klinger? Oh my gosh, that would be all over the social medias. It would be nuts. Although I've always thought what they really should have done was they should have done some kind of an updated version of MASH. Instead of setting it in the Korean War, set it, I don't know, a bunch of guys stationed in the Middle East, maybe during the Gulf conflict or something.
Yeah,
but I don't think
there's possibility.
But there's not enough talent these days. Nobody could write comedy in what the kind of blending of hard drama and comedy.
Yeah, I think, and I know it's weird to say because I've only just started watching it. One of the best blends of comedy and drama I've seen in a while. Have you ever seen the show Mom?
No, I've not. I've heard you talk about it.
Yeah, and I'm only a few weeks into watching it, but it's on like several times a day, and so I'm kind of catching lots of episodes, not in a row. But it's about a mother who was an alcoholic, whose daughter was an alcoholic, and crazy, and they're all like in AA with a bunch of other people, and like everybody's got this issue, but they've had some very serious episodes and themes in this thing, and but yet they maintain the funny. So it's a good show. I'm still getting kind of into it, and I catch like some of the later episodes compared to some of the earlier. Still kind of winding my way through to the continuity of it, but it's not a bad little show. And it's like earlier this year or late last year, I came across Parks and Recreation for the first time, which is serious, but it's, there's little gems that had come and gone, and I just the things you find when you go on on Netflix and just someone talks about, you finally decide to watch.
And I think that watching TV, watching, series these days, I think is becoming a different experience. Back when we
Yeah,
were younger, it was you watched it pretty much when the show came on, and
all right.
and that was it. And then the next day or in the days to come, you'd talk with your friends about it. Did you see this episode? What'd you think of this? Da da da.
Mhm.
Now it's become everything is streaming. Hey, did you watch this series? No, I haven't seen it. Go watch it, and then we'll
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about it. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean,
yeah. It's just a different way of doing it, and just like I said, the old days we had 3 or 4 channels. We had ABC, NBC, CBS, and whatever your local UHF station you could pick up,
right,
which for us was channel 20 in my area here. And so that was your choice. You had 4, 6 maybe if you were like really lucky, and chances are you were just getting another affiliate, but
yeah,
they would change some things. But now millions of channels to watch. It's just amazing.
yeah, and most of them have crap on.
Yeah,
I mean,
you really got to look through them, and some more. I mean, we were talking about the other night. Like Travel Channel just might as well change their name to the Paranormal Channel.
right,
Animal Planet is becoming the Cryptid Channel,
right,
and
and
like I
the
said,
History
MTV.
Channel is all about ancient aliens. It's
Yeah,
like,
well, they did they or blacksmithing.
oh yeah, or blacksmithing. And it's like, why do they even call these channels what they do anymore? They're not that anymore. At least MTV can get away with the fact that MTV could mean anything. Most people have forgotten that M
Yeah,
used to mean music, you know?
and I like Me TV for memory,
Yeah.
memory.
Yeah.
That's a go, and that's always a good go-to on a Saturday night. Speaking of
Yeah.
which, I haven't heard. I know the professor was fluctuating on the rewatch tonight. I don't know if he was going to put it off a night or not. That's going to be up to him. Still hope we do it tonight or not.
Oh,
Tomorrow night.
was he thinking he's not going to be able to do
I
something with
should.
This Way Comes tonight?
Let's just say, don't take my word for that.
Okay.
I was free thinking, and I don't even think he put that out there. I think it might have been something he told me in confidence.
Oh,
I
okay.
just kind of let slip.
Well, but let's face it. I mean, you never know. I mean,
Yeah, you never know.
something can come up, and you never know when someone might have to,
Yeah,
put off a.
but as far as I know, during something wicked this week comes, and tomorrow night we'll be talking about Jekyll and Hyde, uh, which I still have a lot more to get through. I'm about a third of it.
I thought it was kind of funny when he mentioned it, because I had just finished rereading it, and he says we're going to do a read of it. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do it again, no problem.
I've never read it, and I just know the theme of it, which is the mad doctor the doctor turns himself into the crazy guy. I didn't know that there was a lot more going on. Like I'm learning about it as I'm reading it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. So yeah, as far as I know, tonight is a rewatch unless you hear differently from him.
Yeah, because I was saving the Kraken for tonight.
Yeah. Release the Kraken.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I got to say, I didn't mention this offline because I wanted to share it with everybody. But when I got the invitation, because Mara wasn't going to be able to make it tonight, I was like so excited. I was all day at work. I told Nanette, I'm like, yay! He wanted me to, and we're gonna do a matinee, and I have no idea what the movie is, but it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and see, I got to introduce you into what I believe is a modern classic, a modern comedy horror classic. I mean, it's a fun watch. It's the kind you can watch again and again because they're fun characters. It maintains the gore for the gore fans, comedy for the comedy. It's a good Halloween-ish kind of a film.
And you've got me thinking about the idea of possibly doing my own rewatch or stream type of thing one day.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, Mara had some work stuff. Yeah, she's a teacher.
yeah,
She's mentioned it before, so I'm not giving anything away. And she had some stuff going on today, so she wasn't able to rewatch. And I made my mind up like at the last minute to do it. Like I said, I didn't know I was doing Tucker Dale till yesterday.
yeah.
It was a flash of light from heaven that just like because I had all these different films I was thinking of, but none of them just clicked at that for this one.
I think that you, me, and Fan Man ought to do a rewatch of, I don't know, some like either a Star Trek film or an episode or two, because I think we need that. We live in what I feel like is a post Star Trek era.
We could go through the Star Trek films. Start with the motion picture, which
you don't want to start with 5.
I could wait 5 movies for 5.
Okay,
we could skip 5 altogether. I'm willing to rewatch 5 to try to see people try to change my mind.
They pick on you about Star Trek 5, but I got to be honest with you, it's not as bad as I remember it being. There's some elements about it that aren't great, but look at it this way: it's the same thing. Go ahead.
For me, it's a comparative thing.
Yeah.
You're right. Like I said, I would rather watch Star Trek 5 than many, many, many other films. But in relation to the other Star Trek films, it is bottom of the barrel for me as far as the other films. See, and I have a similar feeling that you do with the motion picture, which gets a lot of crap dumped on it.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it because it had a hard thing. The worst thing about motion picture is those freaking uniforms.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
I don't know who chose that, but the rest of the film was pretty solid. I mean, it was beautifully filmed.
In fairness, think about it.
But it was beautifully filmed.
Think about it, though. Those jumpsuits, not too far off from what they ended up going with in TNG first season. It was more the color than it was the cut.
Yeah, it was just this plain gray cream. It was the palette. And the color palette was just so wrong.
And the difference in colors between the branches was not big enough and significant enough. You could barely tell who was, in what branch. It wasn't like
I think one of the
maroon and stuff.
I think one of the funniest things, and you've watched Star Trek Continues, correct?
Yes, I have them all on DVD.
Yeah, but the very last one when Vic Mignogna does his speech and he's wearing the new outfit, and they're all sitting there and they're like, "Nice uniform." And he's like, "Yeah, laugh now. You're going to be wearing it too."
Yeah, exactly.
I thought that was such a great.
There's another example of people that know the genre better than the people that are actually making the
not only know the genre and the franchise, but they know the fans.
Yup, because they are fans.
They are fans. They know the fans, and they do the best job. I would put those what were they, 10 episodes of Continues against anything that Discovery's even tried to put out.
Well, and that's what I was getting back to Star Trek 5. Star Trek 5 looks really good by comparison to anything that Star Trek Discovery and a bad reboot is doing. It's just incredible. That's kind of what I was saying about I used to not like Superman Returns, but by comparison to Man of Steel, it looks good. Yeah.
But Muhammad saying, yes, I have 100 subs. I broke 100 this week.
Congratulations.
Hey, I'm on my way. Like I said, my channel's still developing its character. But people will find it eventually, and I love my Al pals, every one of them.
Al pals. I like that.
My Al pals. Yeah, that was what we refer when, because when Professor first started doing his live stream, you might remember people were asking, what do you call your fans? He didn't really have thought we were thinking it. And then someone asked me, it was like, what do you call your fans? I was like, oh, easy, Owl Pals.
Yeah.
Because I'd always had that kind of in my head. Because I like rhyming things with Al, adding Al, like, it isn't just medieval, it's medieval.
Medieval.
It's not just Count Alucard, it's Count Alucard.
Yeah.
Just like emphasizing the Al.
Yes, but as Nanette points out,
Mara Jade's my favorite Al pal. Yes, very much. Very much love my Mara Jade. She's a sweetheart. And yeah, I missed her. I know a lot of people like listening to us together. I'll get her on a live stream again if she wants. Just gotta sync up the time. I know, like I said, during the school year, and plus she's doing some extracurricular stuff. I know she gets very bogged down with stuff, lesson planning, stuff like that. So it was a little easier doing it over the summer when she wasn't around as much. But yeah, I think doing Star Trek would be fun. Doing a like a rewatch of any kind of series.
Absolutely. Well, actually, what I really want to do, and I'm hoping that I can rope the professor in for this. I want to start out by doing, like, I'm thinking maybe starting in February, doing a rewatch of Mulholland Drive.
Oh,
and doing like a real deep dive on the analysis, and then leading into some Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah, I've never seen Twin Peaks, so I don't know. It just never was my kind of a show.
I think if you were to go back,
probably might be. I just never was into. I know it started with the whole "Who Killed Laura Palmer" thing, but then it morphed into something.
Well,
I don't know,
yeah,
but,
and I'll certainly talk about that as we're going through it. I think what you'll see, though, if you watch it, is how much Twin Peaks has influenced so many of the shows you like now.
Yeah, like I'm sure it influenced like Lost.
It very much influenced Lost. And do you remember what was that other bad reboot series? Fringe.
I loved Fringe.
So there's a direct reference to Twin Peaks. There's an episode where who's the old guy, the crazy doctor?
Yeah.
he puts on his 3D glasses, and he talks about how he got them from a psychiatrist friend of his up in Washington State. He's making a direct reference to Dr. Jacoby.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I liked Fringe. It was for me it was like an X-Files knockoff, but
there was definitely some connection there. That's true.
But I will say, Anna Torv, who, upon first looking isn't the most attractive, but she is dead on sexy. There's something about her. She's got that that model Kate Moss European hotness about her.
Yeah.
But Joshua Jackson's always a weird, iffy guy for me. I just was never the biggest fan of Joshua Jackson, but I did love the guy who played Dr. Bishop. God, what's his name? I can't think of his name.
Yeah, and he was in
he was in Lord of the Rings. I know, played Denethor. I can remember Denethor, but I can't remember his name. I could look it up, but I'm too tired to.
That's fine. We know who we mean. That's what's important.
Yeah, I know who I'm talking about. It might pop into my head in a minute, but or when I get off here, and I'll check it out. But yeah, I want to thank everybody who came along for the rewatch, and do LOTR next. Oh God, we had Lord of the Rings. That would be an all weekend rewatch.
Yeah,
that would be a month-long rewatch if you have to chop it up a little bit.
Yeah.
It would be doable. It would be doable. Do the special editions kind of 2 at a time. Yeah. I mean, like half the episode at a time. Or for someone who's like really, really into it, like start at 8 at night, go till like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, because I was thinking about, I wonder how like Gone with the Wind would go. Because I've got Gone with the Wind on download.
Are we even allowed to watch that movie anymore? I thought that was banned or something.
I don't care. I will watch that movie as much as I want. That's why I downloaded it in case somebody
Hey,
was
that's why I got you a copy of Song of the South.
yeah,
Otherwise, you'd
thank
never
you.
get to see it again.
I mean, I hate it when people think that we're too stupid to know the difference between good and bad.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I know slavery was evil,
Yeah.
but if you find one instance
Yep.
where slaves were treated halfway decently,
Yep.
then you don't have a case because there's a precedent for that possibility. Of course, it was horrible. It was terrible. Should have never happened, and it's a mark on American history. But you know what? Get over it. It
Yeah.
happened. I can't say that sounds bad saying get over it, but
Well, in a way, I don't see anything wrong with that because let's face it, I don't think there's anybody alive today
right.
in the United States who either owned slaves or was a slave.
Yeah, so yeah, when anybody's talking about reparations, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll make okay. The person who someone in my family had as a slave,
Yeah.
me, like
Yeah.
if whatever slave I've ever had, I will gladly pay reparations to.
Right.
Which means
Exactly.
I've never had a slave, so I'm not paying reparations to anybody
Yeah.
because I never did it. So I'm not going to ask anybody today to do it because if you haven't owned them or haven't been one, you get nothing because you don't deserve it. If you weren't in an accident, you don't deserve to get an insurance payout.
I dig it. But
Yeah.
no, Owen Lister has Gone with the Wind on Blu-ray. I gotta admit, I have not seen it since I was a kid, and I think then it was on Family Classics.
Yeah, I usually watch it when it's on like Turner Classic Movies.
Yeah,
And I love it when it starts about 10 at night.
Yeah.
Because my mother's gone to bed.
Yeah.
It's dark. And I lose myself in that story. And it's a beautiful story. And a lot of people say, yeah, oh well, there's slavery. It's like, you know what? But the movie's not about slavery.
Okay. What
It's
we need to do,
these characters.
we need to do a rewatch of Gone with the Wind and then follow it up with the Carol Burnett sketch.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
Right.
I saw it in the window and I just had to have it. That's a great one.
Yeah, Muhammad, before you came on, he Big Al was talking you up and saying how appreciative he was of what you had sent to him.
Yes, thank you. Heavy metal in the other one. Can't remember the name of it. But and the Horror of Dracula. So I'm all set for the rewatch for the fan band this week. I'll be looking forward to that. And of course, when we ever get around to doing heavy metal, I'll be ready for that. You know, if the professor keeps putting it off, I might do my own rewatch of heavy metal.
Well,
because I've got a one-way ticket to midnight. So sorry, my Sammy Hagar was showing through.
Absolutely awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, if anybody, like I said, I'm still looking. If anybody's got a RIP MP4 copy of Legend of Boggy Creek, the original from '72, let me know. and I'll give you my address. I'll give you my address because I cannot find it online. It has disappeared because they're doing that 4K restoration, which is awesome. But I want to watch it, and I haven't been able to lately.
I'm getting to the point.
My DVD's packed up and my DVD player's packed up.
I'm getting to the point, Al, where I might just have Nanette get me a DVD of it, and I'll just rip an MP4 of it for you.
Oh, that would work too. I own the DVD, but like I said, my life situation, it's packed up in a folder, and it's packed away behind other stuff. Now, so I can't get to it. My mother can't get to it.
Last night on Fan Man's show, did I hear you say that you can't even watch DVDs right now?
I can't watch DVDs right now. No,
I didn't know that. I've been sending
my current
DVDs, and I didn't know you couldn't watch them.
Oh yeah, but I've got them for eventuality.
Okay.
But I appreciate them. It's just like I said. Right now, I'm just because of my living situation, things got disconnected and kind of moved around.
Yeah.
And because I'm not able to do it, my mother can't do it. And things are just kind of, I've got a lot of stuff piled up right now.
Yeah.
I don't really have the setup
Yeah.
to get everything, have a nice connection and everything. I've got, just to say, I've got my TV on top of a 4-drawer file cabinet, which is kind of like having it nice and raised, which is nice and raised, which is good, but it's on a 4-drawer file cabinet.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do feel like we need to start what do you call it? A GoFundMe to get you a new computer. Because we need you to be able to stream, man.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can stream. I got and I have a small, one of those like $150 jobs that you can get from Dell.
Sure.
Or HP or something like that. It's one of those. It's like a bare bones thing with like a whatever. It's like on a flash drive as opposed to a hard drive kind of thing. I do have one of those as a backup. It's like 11-inch screen. Sure. It's like a tiny little thing.
One of those netbooks or whatever.
Well, it's like it's an actual computer, but it like doesn't have a disk drive. Gotcha. like a for CDs or anything,
sure,
or DVDs, and it's got like I said, instead of having like a hard drive of like 500 gigabytes or whatever, it's got like a 32 gig flash drive. Wow. So it's kind of like a pepped up netbook Kindle kind of deal, but it's a little bit more. But it does support like the Windows stuff. Cool. And I do have my little Kindle, so that's what I use at night when I'm just kind of laying here by myself. And I window shop on Amazon, like, instead of going through Target because I can't.
Yeah.
But that's me. What I really need is a new home.
Yeah,
I need a trailer that's ADA accessible, or that I can modify, where I can go get to the shower and use the bathroom, and get to the kitchen, because I really miss cooking. I love to cook, and I haven't cooked in a long time, not since rehab, when they made me cook. For a while, they had me do some cooking stuff to make sure I could. And I just can't now because I can't get to a stove.
Sure.
But that's enough about me. But yeah, let me get off here, because I'm sure Mother will be home soon with Chinese food. Which
awesome.
Is today I've been wanting Chinese, and I actually am not getting what I've had a hankering for, because
what have you been hankering for?
Shrimp and snow peas.
Oh, that sounds good.
I like shrimp and snow peas. All right. Well, I won't say I haven't had it. I like beef and snow peas, which I haven't had in a while either. But I have a Chinese cookbook that I'm always looking at, and on the cover is shrimp and snow peas, and I've just been like, oh man, I would love to have that. I love snow peas, and they're hard to find around here, even in frozen. I don't know why. My Food Lion needs a better merchandiser, I guess. Let's see. I haven't been watching. Like, let me see what's going on. Besides, Professor wouldn't handle that much awesomeness that is heavy metal. You should also check out Fire and Ice, great animated fantasy film, and Fist of the North Star. Fist of the North Star, I actually have that on my Amazon queue or my watch list. I'll get to it. I got to be in the mood to watch certain things. I've got certain things I'm like, I need my head to be in the right place. And like I said, Tucker and Dale, that hit my head yesterday, and it was in the right place.
Well, I'm glad it did, because that was.
I'm glad it got you to introduce that. I hope Nanette liked it as well. I'm sure she was sitting there enjoying it with you as well. I'm hoping.
Yes.
Good. I hope she liked it.
She was sitting watching it quietly, because quiet.
To be quiet. We'll have to get her on here one day and hear the Nanette reaction to things.
Yeah, that would be good.
That'd be fun. You two should do a double act.
Thinking about it, maybe one of these days. Yeah,
be kind of fun. But let me get off here. So Yes, everybody, like I said, Troy, do you have anything you want to plug?
Well, what
I
I
know you
want
got your I know you got your channel.
Well, yeah, and I'm planning on getting a video up either today or tomorrow. That's basically plugging the professor's rewatch for next week because I'm so excited. He has me co-hosting a rewatch of Hellraiser, and I have been looking forward to that for over a year now. So I'm
While
going
I'm
to
while
do
I'm thinking about it,
yeah.
let me give you a wrench. How do I give you a wrench? How do I do that? Let me see.
I have
How
not a
do I
clue.
do that?
I don't know. Do
Do
you
I
want
click on your name? Do I report, remove,
or
timeout, hide user?
or maybe you have to
Oh,
go into your channel
add
and
add moderator. Did that work? Okay, I think you're a moderator now.
uh,
Post something to see if you have a wrench.
yes, I got a wrench. Okay.
You got a wrench. Okay, you're
I do.
wrenched out.
So what I
So
can do is
post your channel link so that everybody can subscribe to Troy Pacelli's channel.
yeah, let
Like
me
I said, if you're not a member of the Owl Pals and on my YouTube channel, please subscribe. I won't bother you that much, but when I do, I hope you like it. Um, like I said, check out Professor Geek, check out Fan Man, uh, for whichever they're doing. So far scheduled, I think Professor's going to do rewatch tonight at 11. Something Wicked This Way Comes, the film of the book we just did in the book club. And Fan Man is right now planning to do Horror of Dracula for Friday Night Frights next week, probably around 8:15, 8:30. It all depends on his life. Just keep a keep a tab on their Twitters for any announcements.
right.
Like I said, once again, thank you very much, Troy, for joining me.
Thanks again for having me.
Thank you, everyone who did this early little matinee experiment. We had about like 7, 8 people in here. That was nice. That's worth it to me.
I agree.
Like I said, I'd be watching a movie anyway. Why not invite people to watch with me? I think it's a good thing. I'll try to do more of these, maybe every couple of weeks, every month or so. Have the matinee rewatch. Until then, I hope everyone has a great day. I'll see you later on Professor Geek and Fan Man's channel whenever they have me on there. And have a wonderful day and a great weekend. Bye, everyone.
Bye.